Right. So today I want to bring your attention to this assignment. You can find this assignment. There's a link to it on the homepage. What do you call it? News. The news article there. There's a link to that page, to that assignment there. You can download it, or you can just look at it like this. So what you need to do is you need to create an HTML file uh, that's going to be a landing site, or like a home page for your work, which we could then host that on our server here. So in order for us to host it on the server, I have to do a little bit of work with one of the other teachers here, with Robert Ford, because he's running that server. But we'll have to give you an account, and then we'll all start using FileZilla to start uploading our files. I don't know if we've done that before, but we're going to try to do that this semester, I think. All right. So what you're trying to make in this assignment is you're trying to make this landing page, or a home page, or an index page, which is going to have these features of it. So just to sort of flesh it out, I mean, this stuff here about putting your name and stuff about the course, that's really just so that you can show your ability to use some of the HTML elements that you should know about. So, for example, making a list or a table, that type of thing. So, you're going to do and use it well, not just list and table, but also other elements, paragraphs, maybe even some divs. Certainly, though you might not be familiar with those things, yeah, just yet, very, very soon we're going to be using divs and separating different elements within a web page, so that we can make them appear differently on different platforms. So that's a very, very big part of this course. So yeah, so you're going to separate your page into different things, as it says here, something about your schooling, a little bit about you, and I need to, I guess, say that we do respect privacy. There's nothing in here that you need to put if you feel at all uncomfortable about it. All right. So any bit of your privacy that you want to protect, feel quite well that's your right to do that. So you can make up fictitious details if you like. I don't care. Just so that it's not the purpose of this exercise to reveal any private details. The purpose of this exercise is for you to reveal a web page, that you can know how to construct a web page in a certain way, right? Yeah, I hope you all understand that, right? So any of these things, you can make it up if you want. So if you like to share these things, you can. If you can certainly make it about a fictitious character. All right. And so therefore, things like photographs and that, all that's required there is an image. It doesn't have to be an image of you. It could be something that you've drawn, or it could be an image that you took with your camera of something else. Okay, yeah, you get the idea, right? So I've said a lot. I talked about that a lot. I understand that people take their privacy seriously, and that is well respected in this course and in this college. And so yeah, you don't need to worry about surrendering your privacy for this exercise, though it might look like it's asking for some private. It's not required. Okay, you understand? All that's required is that you make the structure in a certain way. And so the reason for these things being there is to sort of, for want of, and it's something that everybody knows something about. It's just so that you'll have something that you can put in there. What you should pay more attention to is the way that it's going to be marked. So basically, as long as these things are achieved, the stuff above is not so important, right? So you need to have an HTML page that has a head and a body, which is clearly delineated. You're going to use head and body tags, HTML tags. Those are clearly separated. And then you have the right things in your head and the right things in your body. All right. And so so there'll be marks for that. And if you don't, then you will lose marks. Okay. When it talks about the general structure, that should be clear and obvious. And I would use indenting. And if you're not sure how that would work, basically any element that's inside any other element should be indented from that element. And I'm sure you can find examples of that. But actually, all of the examples that you have seen that I've shown here have done that, indents. Um, Headings and paragraphs. So, H1, H2, that type of thing. Not just using bold and big and font size, but actually just use the tags that are available to you. H1, H2 paragraph tags. Use a list. Put some images in there. The images should use the IMG tag to link them. I would really like to see, and I've seen this N not so much. Not so much. I haven't seen it widespread amongst the students, but a couple of students have done some very, very nice creating of different folders and putting the image in a different folder and making a folder for CSS. You may remember that vaguely from the CP1000 class. If you do that, I really like that. I mean, that gets marks for me all the time, right? If I see a proper website structure. So a proper website structure, you're going to have a folder for your images, another folder for your CSS, and you may have a separate folder for your HTML files. That's really fine if you want to do that. And so but to do that structure, sometimes students don't like to do that structure because it means that you have to know how to use the navigation when you do the links. Your dot dot and your dot. You need to know how to use that to get the links to work. Um, so that's what is meant by the reference to the images. References to external websites. So there's marks given to that. So you're supposed to put some websites onto some links, which are href, right? Href. So you have a tag which allows you to put a hyperlink so that you can just allow, you know what a hyperlink looks like. And when you press on it, it'll redirect you to um, a different place. It could be a place within your website, or it could be something on the internet somewhere. And of course, if you're going to use a href with somebody else's website, then you'll have to use the sort of um, full URL for it, with the HTTP slash slash, etc. Um, and so completeness and quality of content, there'll be marks that you've sort of got something for there. And as I said, you can make it up if you want. I'm not trying to break your privacy. And that you're going to get a couple of extra marks for using comments. You should have found out when you were doing the W3 schools exercise there how to do comments in HTML. The less than sign, and then the dot, the dash dash, and then the comment, and then the dash dash, and then the greater than sign. That thing. So you should know how to do that, and you should use it and show that you know how to do that. Again, if you're going to do something in CSS, you have a different kind of comment, which is the same kind of comment as you had when you're doing your Python programming. So and then those type of things. So that is the exercise. It is due next week. Sorry, the date is wrong. It's due on the Thursday. Sorry, the date is correct, but the day is wrong. So it's due 1 week from now. It's that you make a landing page that is an HTML page and submit that to the Dropbox. I hope that I've explained that exercise well. So you can find in the news, you can find that document there, and you can find the Dropbox to put it in there. I'm going to pause for a second and see if any